DC. Man, this is like really where the story takes us, like, So DC, playlist live, beginning and end.
Playlist for playlist.
I'm just here at playlist.
Ellevan, music.
When I say, hey, your SID number, give it to me, you know your money. Of course, it was amazing. Like Friday to Sunday, boom. So Sunday comes, I, come down from the high of that all with the performance. So there I am at the end of playlist, and I still haven't heard from Joe. So I just figured that his phone was turned off and that he was, traveling across Canada. There I am waiting in the lobby. So playlist is done, get out, famous people. Give me back your room keys to the 5-star hotel. Go back to your wherever you're from. So I'm there waiting on my ride. I literally spent an entire day in the lobby after playlist had ended. There was like my friends coming out and like leaving and going on their way. Like these YouTubers that are like crazy fucking awesome business people and creatives. And I'm there like with my flip-flops on and a homeless person dragging thing and like my bag stacked up, and I had got some beer from the convenience store. I was in this like 5-star hotel. I'm just like, yeah, alright, I'll see you guys next year. Like drinking, grabbing my bag. Oh, eating cold cuts and cheese as well. So that was hilarious. So I was essentially abandoned in DC. Like no matter which way you cut it. I had two options of people that were going to pick me up. Both of them flopped or just couldn't get there. I'm stranded in DC. I call Winnie. She's like, cut the shit, get some sleep, figure things out tomorrow. Okay, cool. And there's a hostel a mile away from you. Got in, had the night. This is when persistence starts to get met with this serendipity, this like amazing vibe of like just chain of events that starts to take place and inspire you to do crazy things. Yeah, I got like a one bed, like you can get a bed in like a suite or like a larger kind of like mini apartment, and there could be up to 3 or 4 people there. So I get the room and there's no one else there. So boom, awesome, here we go. First start to like cool things happening. Next day, I get up, check out of the hostel, take my stuff, and I'm like, okay, I had to figure out where the spots are in DC. Not a lot of foot traffic, kind of a ghost town. Very nice people, incredibly nice people, but kind of a ghost town. I was saying, where is the Union Square of this city? I catch an Uber to one area that was supposed to be like the trendy happening spot. Yeah, I went there, nothing happening, and I was Ubering, so I said, fuck it, I just got out at one spot and I walked down like this main strip. And I come across a scooter store. I had like a moment because I was like, in my pitch video, I was like, maybe I'll do it on a scooter, who knows? And that repeated on me, and I was like, that would be amazing. So I went in and met the guy and kind of told him a bit about my journey and what I'm doing and why I have this amp and stuff like that. And we like hit it off. He's a hilarious guy, just like full of life. He rents me a scooter for the day. Here I am like cruising around DC with the helmet and the scooter and everything, and I'm just like checking out these different areas. I go to the college town, I go to all this, I cover all this ground on this scooter in DC, and I really had like a solid experience with it. And because I've never been on that, like you're wheezing through traffic, it's crazy, it feels like a toy. There was no places I could busk in DC, it didn't make sense. So I got back to the store around evening time, and I said, you know what? I think you gotta hook me up with one of those. He's like, yeah, are you staying in DC for a while? I'm like, no. I'm continuing on my tour across the country. And he's like, on a scooter? And I'm like, yep. And he's like, okay. And we even worked out a deal that I would like perform in front of his store for like an hour. I would do my 1-hour freestyle, and he cut like $100 off the price for me too. So we're good dudes there at U-Scoot in Washington, D.C. Thank you, players. Yeah, and so from there on, I loaded up my stuff and I started driving. Earlier in the day, when I was leaving the hostel, when I had all my stuff, I bumped into a gentleman who asked me what I was doing and where I'm from. I made a new friend that day. I had told my story to a gentleman named Kevin. He said, hey, after, if you perform today, if you're on tour, if you want to come to my place for dinner, you're more than welcome to. And I was like, amazing, cool, that's awesome, let's go with this. So after I'd gotten my scooter, I gave him a call because it's nighttime by the time I got the scooter and we finalized the deal and stuff like that, and there I was with all my stuff. I gave my new friend in Washington D.C. a call and went over for dinner. Amazing guy, parked my scooter downstairs, and as I was there, he's like, what's your plans for the rest of the night? I'm like, Well, I'm gonna go on tour tomorrow. Gonna continue my tour tomorrow. So I hadn't really thought about it, and so he invited me to stay the night, and that was one of the most beautiful blessings, a nice thing, a new friend, you know, to invite you to stay somewhere like that into their home was incredible. Last day in DC. It's so funny how places that you never think would become something special to you do. Shout out my man Kevin, my peeps at Youth Scoot, and the great people I perform for. I'm about to go across America on this. Let's do it. It's exhilarating. All the cars on highways go much faster than you.
Everywhere that I go, every time that I play a show, you know my dogs are here with me.
Bono guy, you shouldn't love YouTube, and I love YouTubers. Get it? Like collaborations, amazing, and making entertaining statements just for you to go and capture it on a painting or a picture, or maybe I'm with